Hi guys, in this video I'll show you a quick example of Spring, and I will be using two annotation in it, component annotation and auto-wired annotation, to achieve a dependency injection. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to create a Maven project, okay, and it will be org.apache.maven archetype, and it will be a quick start project, and I'll just name it as Spring example, and I'll hit finish. So to use Spring we will need a couple of dependencies, just one dependency actually for this small example. Right now we will require the Spring context dependency. I'll leave a link to this in the description. You guys can go over there and copy the dependency and then just add it to your pom.xml file. I'll just format it and I'll save it, and as you guys can see that the dependencies have been added. In your case, if you have not used Spring dependencies anytime before, then it will get downloaded first. Let me just run the application and check if it is working properly or not. So it is working. As you guys can see that it is coming from app.java, the hello world. Now the first thing that I will do is I will create an interface. I'll right click, I'll say new interface, and I will name it as employee, and I will finish. And in this I will write an object, sorry, a method. Write it a void get type of the employee, and I will save it. And what I'll do is I'll create another class. I'll create a class. The first class I'll write it as manager, which will be a type of employee, and I will I'll add an interface in it, employee interface. I will hit OK and I'll write finish. Okay, hit finish, sorry. Okay, now I'll just do a sys out, and in this I will write I am the manager. Okay, now after that I'll create one more class. Write new, select new class, and I'll write as company. This will be the name of the company that I will put it inside the manager, and I will just write public void get name, get company, get company name. Inside this I will just do a sys out, and I will write the name of the company. I will write XYZ just for the time being. Now what I need to do is, okay, so in the app.java the first thing that we need to do is I'll create an application context, and I will say new. So we will be using class path XML application context. Now in this bracket we need to mention the name of the XML file from where we will get the bean. Now, so Spring gives us the advantage where it provides us with the object of a class. We don't have to create one. So I will create an XML file which will provide us with the beans. I'll right click on it, I will say new, other, and I'll just type XML over here, XML file, next, and I'll just name it as Spring, and I'll hit finish. So the XML file has been created. We will require bean definitions. So I'll just copy. I'll leave a link of this one in the description as well, guys. Don't worry. If you require them, you can just go to that link and copy it. Now within this bean, okay, I'll just leave it to this much first. So now I'll just write spring.xml here. Okay, so I'll write employee. I will ask Spring to give me this object. So I will write context that we have created, context.get bean, and here will be the name of the bean. Now for us to get this bean, we need to tell Spring that from where does it have to get the bean. So it has to get it from the com.spring example package. So I will mention over here the same thing, context component scan. It will scan the base package com.spring example. So this is the package that it needs to scan. Now how will it know that which bean? Now suppose I write manager over here, so how will it know that it has to fetch me this object of this class? So I will just mention component over here. So the component annotation also comes from the Spring framework. It tells Spring nothing but that whenever a bean of manager is required, it will send the same. So just remember guys, when we get a bean, it should all be in lowercase, and it is giving a type mismatch. I'll just convert it to employee, and that should solve the error. And here I will just write employee dot get type. This should get me the manager. Let me just run and check. Right click, run as Java application, and we have got an error, no such bean definition found called as manager. Okay, MANAGER, let me just check. Okay, I haven't saved the file, I'm sorry. Okay, let me just rerun that. Right click, run as Java application, and you can see that it is working. Now keep in mind that we did not write any new keyword, we did not use any new keyword over here. Normally we would write employee equals to new manager, but we are asking Spring to give us this manager, so it is going to maintain this bean for us, get this bean for us. So now what you're going to do is you're going to use the dependency injection feature that is provided by Spring to us. So the first what I'm going to do is we need to put this company inside manager. So again I'll annotate it with component the company, and to get this company inside manager, normally what we would write is company equals new company, but we want Spring to give us that object. So what I will do is I will just annotate it with auto wired. Now what this auto wired is going to do is it will give me an object of this company, and it will inject it inside the manager object over here, and we can just use that company over here. Now company dot get company name. So the first thing that should happen is just give me a moment. In the manager it should print the IM manager first, and then it should get the company name, which is nothing but XYZ. I'll just right click on it, right click, run as Java application, and I'll hit OK, and as you guys can see that it is working. So this was nothing but a small example that I wanted to show you guys as to how component and auto wired can be used together. If you guys have any queries, then you can definitely leave it in the comment section, and if you like this video, please do consider subscribing. It will help me a lot. Thank you so much for watching.